Hi Scrollers is produced on Gadigal land.
We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of this country and elders past and present.
Always was, always will be, Aboriginal land. I'm Brittney Saunders.
And I'm alright. Hey, and this is Hi Scrollers, the podcast version of your favourite group chat.
So, we've been sharing our lives online for over 10 years. Is this what we say, Matt? We've got this new intro and we always forget, but let's just keep it going. Who better to spill the tea on everything that's been going on the internet and in our lives?
And plus, we talk a lot about ourselves too. Now, coming up on today's episode, it's a bit of a spam call, I think.
It is. It's a spam. Actually, we've flooded your inbox, but the spam inbox.
Yeah. 100 topics in less than 40 minutes.
Yep.
Let's crack on. Let's go for it, because this episode goes left, right, up, down, north,
inside,
south,
out,
east, west, and it's chaos, baby. It's chaos. So deal me in, doll. Let's go.
Good morning, Matthew.
No, love how you going.
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, on top of the world, love.
Are ya?
Yeah, top of the morning to ya.
This is a nice way to start my week every week, I must admit.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing you on a Monday.
Yep.
Loving life.
Yep.
I wrapped up my book tour at the end of last week.
Yeah.
Big show, as you would say.
Huge.
It was a big show. And do you want to know what? I met so many scrollers. Like, so many scrollers came to all the events that we were hosting at our stores.
Love.
And we were just talking about all the shit that we talk about. And everyone's like, I love the pod. I love everything that you talk about on there. And then I'm like, I don't even know what we fucking talk about on here, because it's so much.
I know. And sometimes we might double record. But also, even what we speak about today, today's episode's going live tomorrow. In less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
And I get to those no context spoilers. And I think, bloody hell, what did we talk about? It was only,
Which, by the way, have you?
No, I've slacked right off.
You haven't done it for the last few weeks.
I've slacked right off. It was America, because when we were in America, I just couldn't keep up. There was just so much going on. And then, sorry to bring it up again. If you didn't know, we did just go to America. Sorry, I know not many of you know. It was a big secret.
When your friend goes on a holiday and makes it their whole personality and no one actually gives a fuck.
But yeah, basically I just forgot, and then I got back, and the thing was, what was annoying about the whole thing was I was doing each week, I was saying like episode number 55, episode number 56.
And now you don't write the episode because you don't know what one we're up to.
I don't know what one we're up to, but also I missed a week.
Yeah.
And that was devastating. So, yeah. And the highlight as well. I've got the highlight on my Instagram of like every single no context
I wish I'd
spoiler.
done that. It's too late for me to go back and make a highlight.
Yeah, but basically it's at 100. So it's full. So
Oh,
now I
you
got
gotta
make a second
yeah.
one. I think the no context spoilers may have been just a thing for the OG scrollers. If you've come up until this point, you were a part of that legacy. But
Yeah.
I think...
Oh, we've moved on to a new chapter, have we?
Oh, I don't fucking know. I just...
Look, we've got the broadcast channel, so maybe we can just start doing something little special in there.
I know. And also I wanted to say, because thinking about it in the shower this morning, was sometimes on this podcast I find us saying, oh, we'll have to put that in our broadcast channel.
And then we forget.
But then we forget. But also, no one follows up.
No one holds us accountable.
No one holds us accountable. So scrollers, if there's anything that we say throughout our episodes and we say, we'll put that in the broadcast channel, can you actually keep us accountable? Because we, again, forget what we say.
Mm-hmm.
This really is like a journal entry in the corner of the internet that we never think anyone's going to hear again.
Yeah, and then I go on my tour and everyone's like, love the pod, love you and Matt together. Like, people like, it's part of my morning routine. And it's just so cool to like actually, like obviously when we're doing this podcast, we know that we're talking to people, but because they're not like sitting here with us right now reacting to what we're saying, it's just really cool to actually meet people in the flesh and have them go, love the pod, you guys crack me up. And guess what, Matt?
What?
I met a couple of gals at our Newcastle store event that we did, which was on Thursday night. And they told me, and then she actually tagged us in a story, I think, just yesterday or something. There is a drive through Raj's Corner in Newcastle, like near Charlestown, for any of you that are from Newey. And so, because everyone was talking about the lassies with me, like on the whole book tour, everyone was just talking about mango lassie.
Yeah.
And so Raj's, where I get mine from, but I get mine from the Hamilton one, there's a drive-through Indian. And I think we need to go there. You need to come to Newey and we need to make a video going through the drive-through and then you try the mango and rose lassie.
Yeah, okay.
And I had no idea there was a drive-through one.
I'm definitely keen to do that. We might make it a Scrollers exclusive, put it on the High Scrollers
and
TikTok.
I saw you sent me or you tagged me in another video on TikTok of another bakery, but up at like Maitland, which is like a bit further away than Newey, but only like 30 minutes. And what was it? A sausage roll with mashed potato on top?
I think so. I can't remember now.
Man, you tagged me and said we're on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you're going to have to come to Newey and we're doing a food tour.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Count me in. I'm getting deja vu, by the way.
Why?
I don't know. I've just had a real big deja vu moment.
Yeah.
That's how busy life has been lately. I haven't even seen the new Final Destination, by the way. That's how busy I've been,
well,
everyone.
April has.
Is that going to be
That's
your
my royal flush.
Oh, okay.
We'll get onto that. But I actually do have just a bit of a rant.
Mm-hmm.
Let's insert
Brittney's?
Matt's rant of the week now.
Okay, righto then. Wake us all up for this Tuesday morning.
Matt's rant of the week.
Britt's rant of the week.
I've got a bone to pick. Okay. The first bone that I've got to pick is with myself and April. And it is cutting it fine with flights is never fucking worth it. You know how when you're like, so for example, we've been planning this trip, this book tour that we were going on, and we were like flying into Melbourne, doing the event in the night, and then we'd go, yep, and then let's fly out in the night to save like, you know, staying the night and then having to do the whole thing in the morning. So for like all 3 nights that we flew out, which was like 3 nights in a row, basically, we just picked like the flight that we were basically just going to make after the event. Like, you know, if we run out of the event at 8, get there at 8:40, flights at 9:40 kind of thing.
Jesus.
And it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But we thought that's going to be the best use of our time because we'll just be in and out, done. And it was fine and we were on time every single time. But I'll tell you the thing that slowed us down, and you'll love this, Matt. All the automated check-in machines at Melbourne Airport and Brisbane Airport. So for context, as you all know, I'm from Newcastle. Newcastle is a little airport. It's getting the upgrade at the moment, though. We all know that. But it's manual. So you go there and you go up to the person that drops your bag for you. There's none of the like automatic bag drop machines.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like Sydney and all the big ones, like they've got all the machines and you print your bag tag yourself and you send a suitcase off.
Mm-hmm.
It was those stupid machines that was the reason why like we nearly missed our flight every time. Like why? I get having it for convenience, but it's so clunky. And then when it's going wrong, like there's no one standing there to help.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like I'm all for a machine that's going to make things faster, but we got stuck at those things for like 15 minutes and no one was there because it's like, put your bag on the thing. You put your bag on the thing, wrong barcode. I'm like, no, it's not. It's literally the barcode that we just printed off. So then you take it off, then you put it back on, you take it off, put it back on. April's running around like a headless chicken trying to find someone that works there, but because it was 9:30 at night, no one was there.
Pissed me off.
And that's my rant. Like, I'm all for a machine that's going to make things go faster, but those things fucking slowed me down. And I just kept saying to April, if we were at Newcastle Airport, we'd just be getting checked in by a person, bing, bang, bong, through the gate.
I, every single time, will never, ever use... I don't even check in online on my phone before 24 hours before you check in on your phone. No, because every time I fly, I've got checked baggage anyway. Like I really, in the last 10 years, I think I've had one flight that was carry-on only. Like
I'll tell
I've
you
always
what,
had
though,
checked baggage.
Traveling with carry-on only is the dream.
Well, yeah, I can imagine, but I've got too many clothes, you know?
Yeah, I take my hat off to people. Like, I can't believe people go overseas with carry-on only.
Bizarre.
What do
bizarre.
you mean?
I've been watching this guy, Kevin Droniak. Do you remember Kevin Droniak? He was like a YouTuber and he did a lot with his nan
No.
back in the day. So he's like rebranded now as a travel vlogger of sorts. And he's been doing these one-day trips because he's living in New York. So like the other day I saw one where he did a one-day trip to Rome and he flew from New York to Rome.
What?
And it was an overnight flight. So he slept all night. Then he landed in Rome at 7 a.m., spent the whole day in Rome. And then at 7 p.m. got back on the flight and slept all night to then wake up in New York the next morning.
How far is the flight?
6 or 7 hours, I think, from memory of the video. But
that's
then
so good.
I saw another one he did to Egypt and he just went and checked out the pyramids and then went and, you know, I was talking to my friend Toby who's living in Spain and he was saying he met some people from England who they'll just like fly to Mallorca in Spain for the weekend. Like, you know, like we would like go to...
That's the one shit thing about living in
I
Australia. We are
know.
so far away
From
anything and everything. Like even going to Bali is 6 hours.
I know.
And then 6 hours of traffic.
Yeah.
To get out of the airport.
Seriously. And I was just like, this is the one thing about Australia. We're so far away from everyone else. The fact that, you know, because we're obviously planning that Europe trip, which is coming around so fast. But I also assumed, you know, you see the girlies doing the Euro summers and whatnot. I don't know anything about Europe. Like,
Neither.
I don't remember learning anything about Europe. I don't know the geography of Europe.
Neither.
If you ask me where to say where some kind of... I know the one that looks like a boot.
Is that Italy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only one I could tell you. And so I wanted to go do Europe. And as I said on this podcast, it's like last travel vibes. I just want to go, do it all so that I never have to travel again, can't be bothered. Or at least when I say traveling, I mean like the hiking of it all and not the hiking, but just like lugging your suitcase around. Like I'll go traveling in the future, but I don't want to be going from this country to that country. I just want to relax. So anyway, I was like, let me just book all of Europe and do everything there is to do in this 5-6 week trip, right? Every single country, let's bang it all
You're
out.
going to be traveling every day.
Babe, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize people go to Europe and you go to like three or four countries.
I feel like you just got to pick your places.
And you just got to keep going back. It's a scam.
Yeah.
It's a scam. You got to keep going back to knock off all the countries. I can't be bothered doing that. So we had to say goodbye to Croatia. We took that off the list. I thought, I'll
have to ask AJ. He's been twice and done some big trips. And I feel like he'll be able to give you some tips on like where is worth going and where isn't.
Well, I've looked at the top decks and the Kentucky things, and I looked at them and I thought, this, you know, it's not really my scene. I've done a Kentucky in America before, but that was fine because it was all hotels. The problem with Europe is it was like 40 nights, 36 of them in hostels, 4 of them in... No, it was like 36 of them in shared accommodation and 4 of them in hostels. And I was like, what is the difference? Can't even imagine.
I don't think I could ever stay in a hostel because I cannot have the sound of snoring. And what if you're in a shared room and people are snoring?
You can get private rooms, I will say.
I could do that.
Yeah, you can get private rooms in a hostel, but obviously they just cost that. You may as well get a hotel by the time you get a private room in a hostel. I will say I stayed in a hostel in Los Angeles, of all places.
Really?
And yeah, this is back in, 2015.
You talking about America again.
Oh, sorry.
You can't stop.
But I'll tell you what, it was the most fabulous experience. Like,
was it?
Just meeting... Oh, it wasn't fabulous at all. It was disgusting. But like, you know, just being able to meet people, like people in hostels are like so keen to just chat. And what are you doing? Where are you going? Do you want to do something today? Like they've got no friends. So, you know, blah, blah. And
they've got no friends.
Well, you know, they're usually there by themselves. I was with my friends, so I didn't need to hang out with anyone. But anyway, I met this fabulous man who just had like he was just one of those men who had like 100 stories to tell, and he gave me a chocolate flavored cigarette, and I'll never forget it. A chocolate flavored cigarette. Who knows where the bloody heck that came from? But he pulled it out and he said, "Do you want one?" I thought, I'm on holiday. We may as well. And I took a puff. It was chocolate flavored. I went, "Where have you got these?" He goes, "Oh," so he was doing the he was doing the chocolate cigarettes.
Nice.
And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And that is what hostels are to me. Chocolate cigarettes.
Yeah, nice.
Anyway.
How did we even get on to talking
Flights. Just cutting it fine.
Yeah,
Flights.
it's not worth ever cutting it fine with
So
flights.
what was happening? You were stressed, obviously, but it was the machines.
The machines slowed us down every time. Like, we were on time, we ran to the machines, then we got to the machines, and then there was 15 minutes of the machine not working, not printing the bag tag right, putting it on the thing, wrong barcodes detected, move your bag tag, because it goes through the laser thing.
And no one around.
Yes. And then I'm like stressed and I'm like, April, go and find someone. And she's just like panic, like running around the airport. It's like 9:30, so like no one's there.
No one there. See, I'm the type of person, I don't do any of that automated stuff.
Well, that was our only option because it was so late at night. Like, all the big actual check-in bits were closed and no one was there because it was like the last flight out. Which
is bizarre, isn't it? Because where are they? Like, if you're going to make the automated things, you need someone sitting there. But I'm that person who's so defiant. Like, I did the groceries just 2 days ago. I went and I lined up at that the only one where there was someone actually serving the groceries, and there were 6 of us with full trolleys, and the workers kept coming over, and there were 4 of the automatic, because now they've actually installed automatic what do you call it when
conveyor belt?
Yeah they've installed automatic ones of those, so you literally are playing checkout check. It's not like when you go in the little one where there's the little registers. Like, you've got a whole conveyor belt now, right? So you can put your whole trolley there, and you can do all your shopping. Or you don't do your shopping. You do click and collect, don't you?
No, I just do UberEats.
Oh, see, that could never be me because I love being in the supermarket and I love finding the specials.
Matt, that just made me think.
Yeah.
Should we right now expose each other's UberEats and how many we've ordered? How many times?
Let's get to it.
Okay. But I'm actually scared because I saw like I've seen like Lucy Jackson and all them do it, and Lucy Jackson was like 800 or something, and then I saw M Davies was 1200.
Oh my god!
I think mine's gonna be more.
I don't reckon I'll be that high, to be honest. I'd reckon I'd only have a couple hundred, but let's get there.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm so defiant. I literally stood there with the other 6 people with full trolleys, and we were all happy to wait, even though it was the only one that was serving, and the other 4 were empty. The self-serve conveyor belt ones were empty, and the workers kept coming over and saying, "You want to come over and use this?" And we all politely kept saying, "No, thanks. We're happy to wait here." Like, I've just walked around every fucking aisle for an hour, paying through the fucking nose for these groceries. I'm paying through the roof for this trolley. I've had to then line up, and you want me to do my groceries myself.
Yeah.
Are you paying my tax and super as well, you motherfuckers? Like, let's get serious, please. So, I'll take the server every single time, and the same thing at the airports. I never check in. I always go up, and I will line up. I mean, to be fair though,
depends on how long the line is.
Well, I'm a
you're a premium economy kind of person.
No. Like, I've got
a business class.
Yeah, no. What's you got? I'm platinum status because I fly so much, so I do get straight to the front. I will admit, but isn't it a nightmare when there's at least 4 people in the business line? I'm like, fucking hell, we're waiting forever over here.
Meanwhile, there's like 20 rows deep. Oh, fuck. And that's the other thing about traveling as well. Like, love traveling, but like, is it all worth it in the end? Like, especially when you're overseas, us talking about America again, when you get to fucking customs off the 15-hour flight and the line is like 20 rows deep and 20 kilometers long each way.
Yeah.
Insufferable.
All right, let's check out UberEats.
Okay. No, but I'm actually fucking terrified at how many times I've ordered for UberEats because it's a lot. Let's take a guess. How many times do you think genuinely you've ordered on UberEats?
I'm going to say probably like 700 times. What about you?
I think mine's going to be 1,500 or above. But I've got excuses. I'm a CEO and I always order for everyone on every work trip.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's go in. We need to figure out.
Let's expose how many times we've ordered Uber Eats.
It's supporting small businesses.
Sure.
I always order from small businesses on there, not the big corporations.
Okay, so this is your one. I'm having a look.
Don't tell me yet. Does this include like Ubers as well, or is it just Uber Eats? Because I can see how many trips you've taken.
I can see how many trips you've taken as well.
How many trips do you think you've taken?
I'm gonna say I do a lot of Ubering. I'm gonna say 1,200.
No,
Oh.
595.
Oh, what? You've taken more than me.
How many?
700.
Okay, and I can see how many times you've ordered Uber Eats too. It's just a little bit down.
Okay, here we go. Yeah,
Can you see mine?
I'm having a look.
And I can see your rating as well.
Well, I want to see your rating.
I'm scared.
This can't be right. This cannot be right. How many times have I ordered Uber Eats? I said, what, 700? No, what did I say originally? 700?
Yeah.
How many times?
470?
That doesn't seem right. There was a point I was ordering Uber Eats 3 times a day for a solid 4 months. For a solid 4 months.
How many times? My guess was like 1,500 times.
Nowhere close. You've nowhere close. You've ordered with Uber Eats 514 times. Something's gone wrong here. I don't reckon, because I for sure have. I mean, wow, what?
Maybe that's a good thing. We're not as bad spenders as we thought. Okay, can you see my Uber ride rating?
Yeah, what do you think you're at? I reckon I'm a 4.7.
Oh, you're better. It's 4.83.
What are you?
4.3?
No, you're a 4.82.
Oh, so we're basically the same.
But click view my ratings and then you guess how many 1-star ratings you've gotten.
Where is that? Oh, no, I'm scared. Okay.
How many 1-star ratings do you think you've got?
15.
Oh,
What is it?
I'm going to say 11.
Okay.
You've got 12. What have I got?
7. And you know what I will say? I reckon every single time I've gotten those 1-star ratings on Uber, it's when other people have been in the car after a night out.
Don't you hate when you book an Uber and it's on your account and
Yeah.
then you get in to the Uber with your friend and,
And
your
they're the one being crazy.
Your friend is like, fucking hell, fuck
Oh my
this
God.
shit, fuck. And you go, my rating is
is
going
down.
to go
It's
down.
every time. And I remember there was another time where I had a really rude, there would be one time when it was me, but I had an argument with a guy in the Uber about something. I don't know. That made me think, Matt, I wonder if that guy that kidnapped us that time in America gave us a 1-star. Because I reckon one of those would at least be him.
Well, true.
Well, anyway, I'm kind
Driver ratings. Oh,
of...
you've says driver rating is unavailable because you've had fewer than 10 rated trips. You never rate your
I
Uber
never
drivers.
rate. I can't be bothered. Like, I can't be bothered to do work once I'm outside of the Uber. The ride is done.
You've had... here's your data. You have a look at your data and let me have a look at my data again for the trips.
Okay.
This was a fun exercise.
So
I got 19 4-stars.
I've got 6.
I got 11 3-stars.
Same.
6 2-stars.
I've got 4.
You know, I think those 1-stars though are just homophobia. Because why would I genuinely be rated 1 star? I've literally never been late for an Uber.
Neither. I think it's honestly the drunken Ubers. I reckon that's the times.
Yeah, but then it's someone else's fault, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I've
Never
never been
ours
late.
because we're never rowdy.
I reckon they're just homophobic, surely. Because I don't think I've ever acted any type of way
Neither have I.
in an Uber.
I don't say anything in an Uber. Like, the only time I ever say anything is when I'm, like, having conversations with other people that I've gotten in the Uber with. But usually I just go, hello, and that's it. Like, I'm not a conversationalist in an Uber.
Did you know that Uber drivers have to maintain, you know how it said that we had 4.8?
Yeah.
Uber drivers have to maintain a rating of, I think, 4.7 or above, or you can't drive at all.
Wow.
You get fired, basically.
I'll
if
tell you
go
what
less
I
than
always
that.
wonder. So, like, I don't know, like, we both have 4.82 and 4.83 or whatever it is.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if to drivers, if that is considered bad. Like, maybe it is. Like, maybe they want people that are like 4.9 or whatever. But then I wonder, have they ever picked us up and been like, oh, here we go, here's a 4.8 girl, and then I get in and I'm like, hello, and they're like, how has she gotten such a bad rating?
Well, maybe because every single time I get in, I'm hello for Matthew. Hi, how you going? Yes, thank you. Ta.
I get cancelled on quite a lot.
Yeah, maybe. I do know that because one of my friends is an Uber driver, and basically how it comes up is it depends on your status as well. Some of them are really, if you do a lot of trips and you have a good rating, you get certain privileges.
Right.
So what it will say is it comes up.
Certain privileges.
Well,
this is the Hunger Games vibes.
Basically, like if you're just your standard Uber driver, I think you just get given a trip and it'll say like trip 4 minutes away and you'll say yes and then you go there and then you learn where you're going and how long it's going to take. But then there's another level where you can see 4 minutes away to where you pick them up, 17-minute trip.
Right.
So you see whether it's worth
and that's
going
when
there.
I get cancelled on, I reckon, when it's only a short trip.
I reckon as
which
well.
I think is so unfair. But I've even gotten in taxis before or like gone to get in a taxi and they're like yelling through the window saying, where are you going? Where are you going? And then I've been like, I'm going XYZ. And they go, nah.
Yeah, just get in.
Yeah.
They can't refuse you. Just get in.
I've gotten in before though.
Nah,
like,
say, no, you can't refuse me and start and say, I'll report you if you don't take me. Taxis are legally obligated. I mean, Google this and make sure. But I know that taxis aren't allowed to price gouge, which they
have you seen that on the news lately?
Yeah,
about
they did
all
the
that
other
pricing
night.
thing?
We took like a 6-7 minute trip and it was $30 and I just paid it because I just wasn't in the mood to fight him. But I think it was like 11. Our trip was like $11, and then as soon as I went to pay, it's jumped up to 30. And I went,
I saw that on the news the other day.
bastard.
They scammed some guy in Brisbane,
They scam everyone. The taxi drivers, they just
but they've been under fire, like on the news.
Well, they're not allowed to, and they are also not allowed to say no. I'm not taking you there.
But I hate that Ubers they must be able to see how far we're going and then they cancel and you get another driver.
Because I don't think it's the 4.8 because I think every time I open the door, I'm like, hello, Uber for Matthew. Yes, thank you. Hi, yes, that's where we're going. Thank you so much. Thanks. When I get out of the car, I'm like, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Bye. See you later. Even if they don't say a word back to me the entire time, half the time they're on the phone anyway. So it's like, oh my God, I actually had an Uber driver like 2 months ago who was watching NCIS on his phone.
I had an Uber driver one
driving.
time. I don't know if I put it on my story, but he had his phone like up in a holder thing. He must have had like two phones, like one with the map and another phone. And I was watching over his shoulder and he was like flicking through TikTok. And I reported him.
You know, I saw so many drivers in America on their phones.
Yeah.
Which was so bizarre to me. But then I'm like, is everyone in Australia doing that? Because I don't touch my phone, never have, never will when I drive. And my thing is, you know, when I was in the coach on the way to Coachella and stuff, like I was in the bus. So I was just like people watching all the cars driving past.
And everyone was on their phone.
Like almost like more people than not.
I wonder if they don't get in trouble the same way that we do here.
I don't know.
Like maybe they don't police it as much.
They might not have like the cameras. Like obviously we have the cameras that can just be set up anywhere and they don't have to tell you where they are and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. Just bizarre that so many people were using their phone in America. That's one thing I noticed is a lot of people use their phone, especially in LA of all places. It was LA, very LA was phones while driving, like texting vibes.
Not good,
so
guys.
I thought that was anyway. We've been waffling on and on and on and on. We haven't even got to Royal Flush yet. Let's move on, please.
Please be upstanding for the Royal Flush.
Do you want me to start with my Royal Flush?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So my Royal Flush of the week, it's not really something that I saw on the internet, but I put it on the internet and everyone found it very funny. So I feel like I'm allowed to use this as my Royal Flush. I did tell her this when this was happening. I was saying, this is my Royal Flush of the fucking week. But this happened when we were away, so we haven't recorded after it or as it was happening. It was April being a little bit hungover and us having to check out of our hotel I love that this was definitely not a viral moment on the internet, but it's just my fucking royal flush anyway. I'm sure everyone's seen the video. It's on TikTok and on my Instagram as well. But basically, we were away for our book tour week and like we had the weekend off in Brisbane. Mm-hmm. And what April gets up to on the weekend, none of my business, okay? And so we went out for dinner like with one of our like one of the girls, Shay. Shout out to Shay. I don't know if she listens to the pod, but we went out with the influencer, creator, model that we work with Fate. And then we met up with a couple of other girls that we both knew. And then I was like, I'm going to go home. Like, I've had enough. And April was like, I'm going to stay out. I'm like, yeah, like stay out, have fun. It's the weekend. Like, do whatever you like. And then the next morning we had to check out of our hotel. Mm-hmm. And isn't that the worst when you've had like a big night out and you've got to check out of the hotel? And I just remember thinking like, I'm going to bed because we're checking out at 11. And then we had a work event on, but on like later in the night at 5 p.m. And so April woke up just feeling really sorry for herself. And I was not fucking envious of that whatsoever. And she's like, I just feel like I need to have a nap and then I'll be sweet. Like, yeah. She's just like, I'm just so tired.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're checking out and we've got like a 6-hour gap. Like, what the fuck do we do? And we were going to Westfield. And I was like, I just thought, I was just trying to think of anything. Like, I was Googling like little capsule pod things. Like, I'm like, maybe Westfield Chermside has like a little pod sleeping area. I don't know. They don't have it. But I thought, well, why don't you just go to the movies, book a movie, and just relax in there for a couple of hours. And so that's what she did. And so, like, we're not really avid movie goers. And I had heaps of work to do anyway. So I was like, I'll just chill in Westfield at a little cafe for a few hours. I'll do some work. You go to the movies and then I'll see you later at nighttime when the event's happening. So off she goes. And I'm like, that's perfect. Just lay in the corner. She booked the seat right in the top corner so she can just like relax. The movie was Final Destination, which isn't very a relaxing movie but it was like all that was on or something. I don't know. It was a Sunday. And April messages me once she's in there. And I was cracking up at just the thought of her going to the movies anyway. Like, it's so funny. It's a
good life hack, though.
It is.
Like, if you just want to sleep or...
If you've got like your flight's landed at, 6 a.m. in the morning and you can't check into your hotel until 2 p.m. in the afternoon, it is the perfect life hack. And so she's messaged me when she's in. I was like, are you in? And she's like, yeah. But she quickly realised that she'd booked the 4DX experience.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Like the seats shake and vibrate, and
there's water sprays,
yeah. And
your legs are like up in like, I don't know, stirrups sort of things. And so she's messaging me. She's like, no. Like, I've booked the 4DX thing. Meanwhile, she'd paid like $39 for this ticket already.
Yeah.
And she's like just not feeling well. And I was just I had actual tears. Like, I'm ringing AJ just pissing at this whole thing. And then she said she went out of she got out of there before the movie started. Then she went and booked another ticket for a normal cinema.
Why didn't she get a refund?
Oh, I don't know. I think she was just too hungover that she couldn't do anything. Like, when you just everything is too hard basket.
Yeah, see, that's the difference with me, because even if I'm hungover and it's the worst day of my life,
you're getting a refund.
I'm still not spending money
to
if
be
I
honest,
don't need to.
I'm just pissing myself.
Because in the stories you said, April came out and said, hey, I accidentally booked the wrong one, and the lady made her book and pay for another one. I was like...
because she booked the first one on her phone, so she didn't buy it at the counter, but I'm just pissing it.
I will say, I think that we need to have a resurgence of movies in general.
As in, they need to come back?
We just need to go to the movies.
Yeah, I agree.
I think, I know it's real expensive to go to the movies in terms of...
the tickets being $39.
Well, I mean...
Remember they used to be $9?
Really that expensive,
That's how much that one was. And then her second
ticket... But that was 4DX.
Yeah, but then the second one that she booked was $30.
Okay.
For the normal cinema.
Which... Still, that is quite a lot.
And if you're going in like a family of 4,
I know.
That's a lot.
Surely they've got like a family discount or something. Let me go Google girl on this, because I actually am curious to see how much it costs. Well, my only thing is that its movies are a dying art, and I think as well supporting small theaters as opposed to
The massive
your
ones.
massive ones. I
Yeah.
mean, love the massive ones.
I
as
used
well.
to love going to the movies when we were kids. Like, that was Nan's thing with us. Like, Nan took us to the movies and we made a whole day of it.
Yeah. $13 tickets on Cheap Tuesday.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad at all. Cheap Tuesday, $13.
I'm with you. I would like going to the movies to become a thing again, because when we were kids, it was everything. And I feel like I've said this on the pod before, but Nan used to take us to the movies at Charlestown, and she would take us to Golo before. Have I told this story? I feel like I have.
I don't know.
So it was back when Golo was a thing, which, by the way, can we please bring back Golo? Whatever happened to Golo? It used to be the highlight of my life going there, but I feel like
Golo
it's
just the reject shop
yeah,
now?
basically. But we would go there and get like $5 each, and we'd be able to go and buy like a little toy and take it to the movies with us. Just the highlight. And you know when they used to have like the lolly walls in the movies?
Yeah.
And then you would like make your own bag of mixed lollies? I miss that.
I'm having a look here. Choose seats. Yeah, proceed. Okay, and an adult to see Lilo and Stitch on Wednesday is $19.50 for an adult.
I think that's too much.
$17 for a child. See, I don't know if that is too much. I mean, if you're a concession or a student, it's $18. A senior is $19. That's fucking expensive.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, and then an online booking fee of $1.70 per ticket. Hoyt's Rewards members get up to 25% off tickets though, but I think you got to pay to be a Hoyt's Rewards member. Anyway, the point is I'm saying, yes, I know that's expensive. And then, of course, when you do your popcorn and your drink,
the popcorn?
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're charging $15 for a fountain soda. I get a fucking grip, Hoyt's. But I will say, no one cares. Like, Hoyt's, if you're going to pay that much for popcorn and a drink, then you've got to let us bring in our snacks.
But I always have.
Yeah.
Like, I always just
And
walk
don't
in with
even hide them.
No, I just walk in with a bag of groceries, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I've seen videos of people like taking a full meal in there.
Yeah, a charcuterie board. We used to do that. We'd go to, what was that in the food court there at Westfield Tuggerah all those years ago? There was some sort of, like, it was like an Aporto or something.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was Aporto. Yeah, we'd go and get that and take it in the movies with us.
Did you used to go to Mingara? Mingara, you know, what do you call the thing at Mingara?
Mingara food court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to Mingara food court and then go to the movies.
Even a drive-in movie. Wouldn't mind a drive-in movie.
Yeah, the one
if
at
they came
Newcastle
back.
shut down a little while ago.
Is that the Head and Greta one?
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, my royal flush was just April accidentally booking the 4D movie when she just wanted to have a little relaxing moment, and just the whole thing. We shared it on social media. And since then, I've been getting my For You page serving me videos of people in the 4DX movie and actually what it's like the chair's fully fucking shaking. And I
I'd have to go and do the 4DX.
I don't know if I would like it.
Yeah, you'd get motion sickness.
But also, like, what's your drink and popcorn doing as your chair? It's like you're on a roller coaster.
Don't know.
And also, they've built a whole cinema for the 4DX experience. Like, how popular is that going to be and for how long? Because that would be so expensive to build.
You know what? I've just had an idea, everyone. We should make a movement this Christmas. All right, stick with me here.
Yeah.
We should make a movement this Christmas that when you don't know what to get for someone, you get them a movie voucher.
But I reckon it's one of those things that people would just never use.
Too bad. At least we're supporting the movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're right. I've been getting, but it's not a good present for me. The last 2-3 years, my mum has gotten me a Hoyt's voucher, or is it? Maybe it's the other one. What's the other one? Greater Union Event Cinemas. It's one of them.
Reading.
She keeps getting me the movie set, and I had to say to her at last Christmas, stop getting me these. I haven't used any of the last ones that you gave me because I go to all the premieres, so it's a silly gift to get me.
Yeah.
Because I don't go to the movies, because any movie that I want to watch, I've usually been invited to anyway, so I've already seen it, and the premieres I don't go to, I've got nil interest in. So
the life of an influencer.
Try being an influencer for a day. It's very difficult having to say yes and no to all these things. Yeah, I guess that is it is easier for me to sit here and say, go and support the movies when I haven't paid for a movie.
But I'm all for it. I want the movies to come back. Like, I don't know if I've said this on the podcast, but my nan, her first job when she was a little teenager.
you have.
I have. It was being an usherette
Yes.
at the movies. And that's
Yes.
when the movies was so fancy that you wore your best
Everyone
clothes.
wore their best clothes and
your
she'd have to
heels.
usher them in.
And it was like a whole experience.
Yeah.
Whilst I don't want the movies to turn back into that, because I can't think of anything worse than wearing like a nice outfit to the movies, I do want going to the movies to become more of a thing.
Yeah, I think I would be interested to see what the likes of Gold Class are like. Because I remember when I first went to Gold Class, I remember it being spectacular.
I quite like Gold Class. I think I've been 2 or 3 times in my life.
And they made gorgeous food.
And I like it. I think the only thing that's annoying is like, but it's part of the service, like that there's always people walking up and down the aisles. But I will say to the people that work in Gold Class, you're very good at walking up and downstairs in the dark, being very quiet. Like I always watch them and they're like so light-footed.
Yeah.
I'd be too scared of fucking tripping down. It's pitch black in there. How do they do it?
I wonder if the customer service is still up to scratch, or whether
Well, look,
like all customer service,
let's add it to
has gone downhill.
Let's add it to our to-do list. We're going to the drive-through Indian for the lassie. We're
Okay.
going to the bakery up at Maitland for the
See,
sausage
you say all
roll.
this, but you're the one with like the schedule. Like you can't make these promises because I'm like, let's fucking go. Like I'm ready for the. And also, I'm in a content creator era, everyone. I am so inspired lately. It's weird. I'm like, I can't get enough of
Well, I
making
fucking
videos.
hope you're inspired. That's your job to make content.
10 years on, though. Oh, yeah, but there were parts where I'd go a week without making a video because can't be fucking bothered.
Well, I'm glad you got your mojo back to do your actual job.
Can I tell you all, I've made a video every single day, at least one video every single day this year in 2025.
That's great.
And we're now in almost June.
I wish I could say the same.
And I've made a video every single day. Try being an influencer for a day. Fucking hell, I'm slamming myself, you know. Where's my annual leave? Go on a holiday, still working the whole bloody time.
Yep.
Because if you didn't know, I did go to America just now.
Oh, yeah. No, tell us all about it, please.
I think I'll slack off in Europe, though. I think I will.
Yeah.
I think one a day. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to be laying in Greece. So
Are
I
you
won't
going to
be doing-
drink there?
Oh, yeah, being sober's off the cards, everyone. Sorry. Big update for yous. Big update for yous.
You
Sober
did send me a
on
photo of
pause.
yourself the other day with a drink in your hand. You said, fuck it.
Fuck, that was a long week. See, that's the problem is, you know what? I actually saw a TikTok about this. It could be my royal flush, but it's not. But like, on a serious note, it was like the only thing, how did she word it? She said something like, the problem with alcoholism is the only cure is alcohol. And I was like, no, she worded it much better than that. Anyway, the point is, it's really annoying because basically I got to the end of the week and I don't want to perpetuate that idea that like you get to the end of the week, you're going to have a drink, you're going to have a drink. It was one of those fucking weeks and I was like, shit. So it was the night I went to the AFL with my friends, which by the way, that is camp. So you know how I've been saying we need to do more activities and not just catch up.
Yes.
So that was actually for my friend's birthday. And so she wanted to go to the AFL. And of course, I think I've been to like one AFL game in my life and it was like the Pride round. So it really wasn't like a good taste of what the actual AFL is because the only people in the audience are like gays. So I went to the AFL and I'd had a week and I was like, you know what? It's my friend's birthday. I'm in a shitty mood. It's been a big week. It was one of those weeks where everything was happening at once and there was just a million things to do right up until 5:30 p.m. on a Friday. And I clocked off and I was like, fucking hell, it's been a week. Then I was like, right, it's my friend's birthday. I've got to liven up. We've got to have a good time. And I was just trying to get myself in that mood.
Mm-hmm.
And my mind was still going a million miles an hour. And I was like, I can't do it. We got to dinner. I said, girls, because they knew I was going sober, blah, blah, blah. And I was talking about, and they were encouraging me not to. They were like, you know what? No, if you really think you need to, then go ahead. But also, you don't need to. And I was tossing up and I looked at the drinks menu and I thought, oh, no, be good. No, we won't. We'll have a night. at the AFL. I'm sure we can get through this. It'll be fine. It'll be fabulous. And the waiter said, can I get you any drinks? I said, a glass of Savvy B and a porn star martini, please. It was like robotic. It was like it just came out of me. So then anyway, then I thought it was just the one night. And unfortunately, it was such a good decision. Like, I had the best time.
Matt, now I'm having deja vu. I swear to God, we've had this exact conversation maybe in another life.
Wow.
Like, this is
Twilight
deja vu.
Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. So I unfortunately did have a good time. And I was like, well, that's kind of annoying because the whole point is, I don't want to rely on alcohol to have a good time, which I do believe I can have it without it. It was just that day.
Mm-hmm.
There was no fucking coming back. Anyway, then I didn't drink again. And then your book event was on and everyone was like, why aren't you drinking? Why aren't you drinking? I said, this was a few days after that now.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm not drinking, being sober, blah, 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 blah. And so I was like, I'll start again. And then went out Thursday night. And unfortunately, this one wasn't a conscious decision. But I got to an event and the waiter was just handing out glasses of rosé. And I just forgot. And I just took the glass and went, thank you, cheers, drank it. And then got halfway through the mouthful and went, fucking hell. I'm meant to be not drinking.
I just hate that when a glass of rosé just ends up in my hand and then I'm sipping it and then I realise what's happening.
I know. And I totally forgotten because I was so, enthralled in the conversation. And then I got halfway through it and literally like my hand is up to my mouth and I'm like, I'm looking at the ceiling, taking the big sip of rosé.
It's because
and I've gone, oh shit, I'm meant to be sober.
Drinking is so like normalised in our culture.
And then I thought, well, I may as fucking well just write myself off. But I will say that's been a really big eye-opener is how many people go, what? What do you mean? And I don't know whether it's just our culture or whether it's because I'm known for being such a big drinker, which I'm also like, I don't want to be known as that. That's embarrassing.
See, I'm just like neutral when it comes to drinking. Like I love like following that I'm forgetting her name, but the girl.
Yeah, Jules.
Yeah, Jules. I love following her on TikTok.
Recovering party girl.
Yeah, like I love every time her video comes up, I watch the whole thing.
Same.
Like I'm so intrigued by everything that she has to say and all of her stories and her like normalizing not drinking and her speaking about like how bad it actually is.
Uh-huh.
But like when it comes to me, when it comes to drinking, like I'm fine with it. I'm not the kind of person that like takes it too far. Like I'll go out for dinner, have a couple of drinks, and then be like, that's enough. Like I know when to go home. Like so it's never a problem for me. It's like,
well, it must be nice.
I like going out for dinner with AJ and we'll have like a couple of glasses of red with our dinner and then we'll go home. Like I'm past like I feel like the only time that I ever like would take it too far was like when I was in my clubbing era, when I was like 18 and 19 and 20, got that out of my system. And now I just like I like just having fun. Like I like looking forward to going out I just like going out for dinner and having a glass of wine, to be honest, or like a cocktail first and then some glasses of wine. But it's not a problem for me.
Mm.
Anyway, can we get onto your royal flush? Because
yeah, so true.
I feel like the episode is nearly over.
At capacity.
Yeah.
Okay, my royal flush, it can be a quick one, but it's kind of exciting. Basically, recently, I don't even know how this happened, but Lizzo, friend of the pod,
Lizzo. Yeah.
She has recently started a private TikTok.
What?
Which a lot of people have been doing lately. I think it's quite fun. I think it's a great marketing technique, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Because it deepens the parasocial relationship, I guess, with your followers.
There was a business that did this recently in Australia. They made a private... Grilled, that's right. Yeah.
Hated that campaign. Sorry. Did you love it?
No, but I just remember seeing it and thinking that's interesting. It's something different.
Yeah, I love Grilled. Like, num, 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 love you. I thought that was like the worst marketing campaign I'd seen in quite some time because they paid the influencers to say, I've been blocked by Grilled and like basically like lie and like make up a story and they boosted all the ads and I was like, I can just tell that all these motherfuckers are getting paid and they're being fake and it's embarrassing to watch. And also, I don't care that...
But wait, if Grilled had paid you, would you do it?
No. 100% no. Because I never can lie like that.
Yeah.
You'd be able to tell, and I could tell with all of them. But I would say, happy to do it, but here's a different idea.
Yeah,
I'm not
true.
saying the concept as a whole was dumb.
Yeah.
And
just the lying
obviously
part.
it worked to get their followers up. But realistically, I was like, are we really following Grilled for a 10% off?
Is that what it was?
I don't know. It was something like that. Anyway, the point is, if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever. Love you, Grilled. But I just went, this is cringy. Obviously, it must have worked because you loved it. But Lizzo has done this thing where she's got a new private TikTok and it's called Lizzo IRL. Now, I don't know how I ended up on this. I'm not sure where I discovered this, but originally she had like 50,000 people on it and I was one of them. I can't tell I don't know if she...
Did you follow it?
Well, yes, but I can't remember if she, like the Lizzo actually reposted it or whether it just came up on my account or what, but it's on private, but it was open for a tiny amount of time, like apparently like 1 hour. I didn't even realise. I followed. Then she opened it again and it got to like 127,000 and now she shut it and she said, I will not ever open it again for no one. And I'm on it. And let me tell you, unfortunately, I cannot have my right to Lizzo IRL revoked, so I'm not allowed, because she's got rules in there. I'm not allowed to tell you what she's talking about specifically, but I'm sure I could let you in on some of the things she's talking about.
As if people wouldn't be screen recording this and posting it
So
on
people
TikTok.
were.
Yeah.
And she has been able to figure out who it was and remove them. And she's like, if you leave a hate comment, if you blah, 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 even if it's a joke, you will be removed. Like, if you are screen recording.
How the fuck are they managing this?
I have no idea. But it's evidently worked. And we're all in this like sacred little cult sort of thing where we respect Lizzo's privacy. And I just wanted to let you know, scrollers, I'm in it. And that's my royal flush has been something that none of you will get to see unless you miraculously followed in time. But she is talking about Katy Perry. She's talking about Beyonce. She's talking
in
about...
a bad way.
She's talking about the Illuminati. She's talking about... like people are asking questions.
Surely
and
this
she's
is all
replying.
like a campaign and then she's going to like drop an album or some shit.
I don't know. No, she's not talking good or bad. Like, she's just saying
I loved it. You're
how
saying
it
that
is.
you aren't allowed to talk about it and here you are on our podcast just fucking...
Well, you know...
She's not going to listen to this.
I haven't said anything specific, really. She's talking about the industry as a whole, spilling secrets. Then, of course, we get little behind the scenes there as well. Like, she recently I think she might have like popped up at Scissors concert or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So she was doing all the behind the scenes stuff on Lizzo IRL. So we got all this content that
I
like
want to look it up right now.
no one else got. We'll try following and see if she accepts. But I've been watching the followers for about 2 weeks and they haven't moved at all. They've only gone down, actually.
So she's got 127,000 followers exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I just requested.
Like flat.
127.
Yeah, so that was at 1279 last time I checked. So she's either removing people or people are unfollowing, but the number is going down. So Lizzo IRL is my royal flush.
I love that you're in it.
I'm in it. It's so random that I am in it. And also, you know what the most random thing is? She will post a video and it'll say like 4 hours ago and it'll have 200 likes and 4 comments. And I'm just in the comments going, hey.
It's pretty clever.
Like, hey.
It's pretty clever.
I need more celebs to have close friends vibe profiles. I could never, because the thing is, that's the problem with me. I just put everything on the main. You know, it's like when people go, oh, here's my second account where I just spam post. I'm doing that on main. Sorry, girls.
Easy.
Didn't realise.
All in the one place.
Anyway, this episode's probably been a whole lot of spam today. Because what have we even said? This is what we said at the
start. Yeah.
I got no idea.
You're like, love your podcast. I'm like, what bit?
Actually, that's a good point. You know how we were saying at the start, like, oh, when it gets to the no context spoilers, I forget. I'm just about to do my anyway, Dale. Gotta let you go.
And then we go, what did we say?
What have we said? I can't remember what we were saying at the start of this episode anyway.
4D movies, popcorn.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. April.
Oh, May, June, July. Anyway, scholars, love you lots. Thanks for listening to this week's episode.
Yep.
Make sure you rate us 5 stars and I don't know, all the rest of it. Can you say all the things?
Oh, yeah. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave us a review. Look at this photo, Matt.
Is that from when she was hungover? Fucking hell.
Funny.
Leave us a review.
Please join the broadcast channel and keep us accountable for all the things that we say in the pod but never actually do.
Anyway, Joel, better let you go. Gotta go have a chocolate cigarette.